And just start to breathe and consider who you're devoted to. Extend your arms for that extended variation. Snuggle your hips down and notice your breath. So come into the breath, into this moment. Maybe take some deep sighs out your mouth. So exhale all the way. Smoothly inhale through your nose. Fill all the way up like you've got an inner tube around your waist. You're trying to fill up. Open mouth, deep sigh. One more like that. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Then exhale it out. Start your Ujjayi breath. That's the breath of our physical practice. You're going to drag your breath across the back of your throat, creating that little oceanic wave, sound of a wave coming in. Make your breath full and even on the inhale and exhale. So lengthen it evenly. Who are you devoted to? What does that feel like when you think about that level of devotion in your body? Or maybe what are you devoted to? And maybe use that as your contemplation to hold your mind as you are still aware of your breath. And take 5 more deep breaths. Just melting your heart down further with each exhale. What can you soften for this last breath? Smooth, deep inhale. And exhale slowly rolls you up to your neutral tabletop. And then we're going to reach over, and if you've got your Spotify playlist on another device, we're going to reach over and we're going to count that down so we can start it together. So pull up your Tuesday playlist. I hope you like it. And let's count it down now for 5, 4, 3, everybody ready? 2, 1, and play. Arms. Take your neutral tabletop, spread out your fingers, get really subtle, pay attention. Inhale, sway the belly, open the chest, smile. Exhale, round. Inhale, got 5 rounds, so make sure you make it nice and free. Free up your neck. Circle your hips. Tuck your toes, untuck your toes. Flex and extend your spine, mainly. One more breath here. Let your next inhale bring you to a neutral tabletop. Pick up your feet, bring them over to the right, and then sit back through your hips. Lean back through that right hip. Inhale, lean forward, pick up your feet, and then sit back through your left hip, gazing back on the left. 2 more rounds each side. Maybe a little deeper, sitting back a little further each time. Move with your breath. Just enjoy being in your body. One more each side. Inhale back through the center, neutral tabletop. Walk your hands over to the right. If you have a block and it helps you get your hips over your knees, maybe sit on that. Find your easy posture, Sukhasana. With your breath, use your inhale to reach up. And exhale, twist and open to the right. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, find the length first, twist to the left, even gazing back and left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left. Last round, each side. This time we stay on the right. Right hand to the lower back for support. Left hand can grab that outer knee. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Inhale, maybe you pick your chin up. Then exhale it down. One more round of up and down with your chin. Move with your breath. Shoulders back and down, out of the ears. Inhale, neutral chin. Arms reach up to help you lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Left hand to the lower back. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist right up through the crown of the head. And now we tip the chin. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. One more round. Inhale through center, lengthen and reach. And then exhale, as you bring your hands down, remove any props from underneath you and bring your feet in front of you. We're coming down, so bring your block with you. Sit in the middle of your mat. With your inhale, extend your arms, and with your exhale, roll down your spine. You're going to turn on the core. Make sure it's nicely doing its job during this practice today. So first thing, pull your knees into your chest. Hanumanasana. And now take your left foot down to the floor. Extend your right leg. So we're stretching the hamstring. Grab behind your calf or at your ankle and level those hips with the front of your mat. Flex your toes back and feel the back side of that right leg. Yeah, we're stretching cold. And now if it feels okay, extend the left leg long, both feet flexed. Nice cold yin stretch. 2 more breaths. Tone the front side of the leg and make sure you're micro bending the knee if you're feeling this behind the knee. And now inhale, rebend the left knee, pull the knees into the chest, Hanumanasana. This time the right leg comes down, the left leg extends. Take a few breaths with your knees bent. That feels better. If it feels really tight through the groins, otherwise extend the right foot out, keep the foot flexed. Shoulders back and down, so bring some awareness to what you're doing to your shoulders and neck. And you can give that left calf a little tug. Let's take one more breath. Now with your inhale, squeeze yourself in and then extend your legs straight up. Interlace your hands behind the nape of your neck so you're finding support and open up your elbows. Feel your navel tack down into the front of your spine, the whole front of your spine. Ribs knit together. Take an inhale to lift your lower hips up and then exhale, cross right knee, left shoulder. Inhale through center, lift. Exhale, left knee, right shoulder. There's one. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Blow it out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, left. There's 2 rounds. Let's do 8. So a little lift in the center. Legs nice and straight. You can point your toes. You want to try that? A little different. Just lift from the shoulders. Work that lower belly. Careful with the neck. And you're just noticing what's going on, paying attention to the warmness in your belly. That twist at the top, getting some oblique muscles involved. Two more. Let's do one more for good measure. We've got this. Inhale it up. Exhale, hold the here. Take 3 breaths. Static hold. Inhale through the center. Reach up with the butt. Exhale, static hold to the left. Open your chest and shoulders. Pick up your shoulder blades. Feel the belly burn. Nice job. You got this. And then exhale back through center. Pull your knees in. And then slowly rock yourself up to your seat. Little rock and roll. That feels good on your spine. Maybe do it 2 or 3 times. As you come up, ground your feet. Place your hands behind you. Let's open the hips. Reverse table. Careful with the shoulders. We're stretching the shoulders now. You could always do a bridge for support. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders, draw the heels back. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. You're going to feel your heart pulling to the sky. Draw those heels back. Find your big glute muscles. Wake up the back side of the legs. Last breath. Nice job. And now bring it down. Spin yourself around and come to that neutral tabletop. So this time you're going to plant your elbows down, but bring your blocks with you in case you want a little something extra. We're going for puppy. So you're coming down to the elbows. Keep your hips over your knees and extend your arms out. Maybe you'd like to place your your hands on those blocks. Wrap your shoulder blades down your back and find that space between your shoulders and ears. Hollow out your armpits and engage your belly. Breathe as you melt your heart, puppy posture. You've got about 4 more breaths here. If you'd like to plant your elbows, bring your fingers together and get more of a tricep stretch. Also stretch for the mid-back. Find that little prayer hands in your puppy. 2 more. Be somewhere you can stay. Last breath. Exhale the hands down. Slowly start to walk yourself up to your hands. And using your block, step forward into a forward fold. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Long, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, keep that strength and lift in your legs and relax your upper body down. Feel free to ragdoll from side to side. Let your neck hang down. Just pay attention how you feel. Last breath. Bend your knees, stay in the center of your feet. With your inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. And then take your right hand behind your head and then your left hand on top of it. Keeping your ribs knit together, lift your heart, smile, open those elbows. And now exhale, tip it to the right, rounding through your left hip and foot. Smile. Press that head into your hands. Find the depth. Let the posture develop. Inhale through center. Exhale, tip it to the left. Let your breath be full. Notice where it goes. Inhale back through center, reach up. Exhale into your forward fold again. Nice heavy head and neck. Inhale, lift halfway up. And before you do so, go ahead and move your blocks to the back of your mat. You may want those a little bit later. Forward fold at the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands now under your shoulders. Step right and left back. High plank or knee plank. Breathe. Feel your heels of your hands, the heels of your feet draw together, all that energy up through your navel. Spin the eyes of your elbows forward and open your heart. Notice if your heart's collapsing. Strengthen your legs, smile. It's good to get strong. Find your edge. Last breath. Exhale, maybe from your knees, you're gonna lower yourself all the way down in one piece to your belly. And then walk your fingertips wide so that your elbows are right above your hands, and walk your hips down, top of the feet to the mat. Lengthen the neck. Inhale, lift your heart, press through the feet. As you look up, smile. Exhale, lower. Let's do some pulses. Call these cupcake cobras. Feels like you're holding, protecting two cupcakes between your fingers. Exhale, lower. Keep lengthening through the crown. Inhale into your cupcake cobra. Exhale to lower. This one we stay on. Inhale, stay up. And now exhale, drop your right shoulder, gaze to the left. Oh, that's different. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder, gaze to the right. Let's do one more. Each side, dropping the right shoulder, gaze left. Inhale, strong belly. Exhale, gaze right, drop that left shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands underneath your shoulders. Come to your knees, curl your toes, and lift into your first downward facing dog, pedaling this out. So line up that second toe, ankle, knee, and hip. Place even weight through your hands and your feet. Belly in, triceps wrapping back towards your thighs. Head soft. And then check in on your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet. And don't worry, if you need those blocks, they're right there for you. You can take them under your hands. Take an inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, ground through your right foot. And inhale, extend that left foot right back behind you. Go ahead and move forward. I got into the cabinet there. So you want to be in this posture called Digasana, shoulders rolled back. See if you can find your hips level, your right hip lifting, the outer left hip wrapping down, your belly in, and now you flex that left foot, toes point straight down, and take some weight off those hands. So start to lighten up a little bit. And now we're going to point the left toes and slowly start to extend, strengthening from that strength in your left inner thigh, folding forward into what we call standing splits. You're more than welcome to use your blocks. Release your head and neck down and gaze back at your left toe. Left toes, I should say. And now exhale into your forward fold. Inhale. Lift up halfway, lengthen your spine, tone your belly. Keep your blocks at the back. You just walk your hands forward. Inhale to high plank. This time, maybe through that chaturanga. Either knee chaturanga or chaturanga. Listen. Inhale, back up. Widen your arms to the width of your mat. Exhale, halfway down. Chaturanga or knee chaturanga. Inhale up. Walk your hands shoulder width apart. Exhale, chaturanga. You see where we're going here, Chloe? Inhale, back up. Nice job. I see you going up and down. You're a beast. Exhale, slowly lower. So wide and narrow, chaturanga dandasana. Exhale, lowers you down. Don't worry, we're only gonna do about 300. And exhale, widen it. Exhale, lower, squeezing the belly. Inhale up. Narrow ones. Exhale, lower. Inhale. I'm just waiting for Chloe to get tired. Exhale, lower. Don't worry. She needs about 40 more, but we're just getting 2 more. There's one, and then one wide. You got this. Little Kriya in the middle of our session. One narrow, last one. Exhale. One wide. You notice I did that on my knees too, so, could be worse. Inhale, ground your hands, lift your hips as you curl your toes. Take 3 full breaths. Downward facing dog. Shake out your head. Everybody getting warm. Last breath. Soften your knees, lift your heels, gaze forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Use that strong belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, reaching up. Take your left hand to the back of your head and then your right. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, tip it to the right. 2 more breaths. Use that strength so you're lifting and tipping. Inhale, center. Exhale, tip it left. Unlock your knees. Find that lift in your heart. Inhale through the center. Open up your arms, fold from that crease in your hips, center of your feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step left, then right back, high plank. Inhale, option to come to your knees for this chaturanga. You choose. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you want. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Head and neck soft, 3 breaths. Maybe you exhale out your mouth if you need to release some tension or shake out your head. Now inhale, start to walk that left hand and right hand back to the back of your mat. And if you'd like, you grab your blocks. This time we ground the left foot, extend the right foot back behind you, Digasana. So see if you can, if your right hip is up, take a look in the camera and then wrap the outer right hip down. Lift up and out of the outer left hip. So you're pulling up on the standing leg. Feel the inner thigh of that right leg and press like, oh, I found my cabinet behind me. It feels like I'm really trying to push my heel into that cabinet. And start to breathe. Your belly is super strong. Your shoulder blades are backing down. Option to point the toes now. And then get a little deeper, lifting up through that heel, keeping your hips square with the front of your mat, head and neck, and look back at your right toes. Last breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Nice job. Move the blocks, inhale, halfway lift. Take that walk. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, chaturanga or knee chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Maybe you step, maybe you hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Just one pulse open with your elbows. Inhale, reach up, connect your fingers. Exhale, tip it right, 1 breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you're going to jump into your chaturanga this time. So if you do so, bend elbows as you jump or step back. Up dog or cobra. Yep, speeding it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Head and neck relax. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Inhale, start walking those hands to the back of your mat. You've got your blocks there if you want them. Inhale, extend your left foot, point the toe. Standing splits, option to even grab your right calf. And now slowly, keep your leg lifted as an option. Walk your hands forward and take that high plank with your leg lifted. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. What's different? Inhale, up dog, both top of your feet ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. You're going to go right away. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, grab your left foot. Inhale, extend that right leg up behind you, standing splits. So a variation of Hanumanasana, right? One more breath. And now slowly keep the leg lifted as an option. Walk your hands forward to your plank to level out that left hip. Inhale. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga, squeezing elbows and forearms together. Up dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale if you want it. 2 more breaths. Just to notice. Inhale, lift and extend from your right inner thigh, lifting the right foot. Step forward between your hands. Take your time to release the left knee down. Reach back and grab your blocks and place them at the top of your mat. If it feels okay on your knee, untuck your left toes today. Maybe you have a habit, like I do, of tucking the toes. I notice the knee is okay. And then inhale, lift up, Hanumanasana. Beautiful. And just breathe and notice. Hips are level with the floor, level with the top of your mat. Option to take your right hand behind your head. And so feel like you're cradling some lovely person. How would it feel if you did this to somebody that you were devoted to? You opened and lifted through your elbows. Hollow out your armpits. Take 1 more breath. Inhale, reach up with your hands and then sweep that left hand back. If it's available to you, see if you can grab the top of the left foot and keep the right hand lifted, or for a little more balance, you could bring the right hand to your knee. Hold the foot into the hand into the foot. We're trying to stretch that front of the leg. It gets really strong, so it gets really tight. And you'll feel like you're drawing your heels and your left knee together. Use that to lift you up. Energy lifts. 1 more breath. And then exhale, release the bind. Hands come down. Inhale, simple twist and open to the right. You could lift up off of your left knee if you like that better. Keep deepening and wrapping the left hip back, like I've got my finger in your hip crease, and then pulling it back. Your left leg is just as strong as the right. Your bottom eye can still see your top thumb. 1 more breath. Take an inhale. With your exhale, bring your hands down, bring your left knee down. Inhale to lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge from your right hip. And flex those right pinky toes back towards your face. Hands can come right under the shoulders into your half splits posture. Ardha, meaning half, Hanumanasana, half Hanuman posture. Feel free to explore the different heads of the hamstrings by wrapping the toes out to the side, wrapping the right hip back, or explore the other side, wrapping the big toe down to the left, that right hip out to the side. Wherever you are, find some stillness and notice. Unlock your knee and take 1 more breath. Inhale, walk your hands and blocks back forward. Spin your left foot over to the right side of your mat and take your right elbow to your right knee. Wrap that right shoulder out of the way and sweep your left arm forward, opening your whole body over to the left as you keep your right knee straight forward. Kind of like a side angle posture on our left knee. Now feel that left knee draw towards your right heel. Lift the energy up. Open your heart a little bit more and find length through your whole left side as much as you can. Careful of bringing tension into the face and jaw, just relax it. And now sweep your left hand down for your block. Drag it back behind you, placing it directly under your left shoulder. Spin the right foot to the left, lifting up. We're coming into gate posture here. So here's another opportunity to lift that outer right thigh and maybe grab your leg for a little bit of a quadricep stretch on the right. Open your chest. Option to look down. That feels better on your neck. Or you could keep your head right in line, crown to the tip of your tailbone. One more breath. And then exhale, go ahead and crawl back forward to your low lunge. Left foot comes behind you. Lift up off of the left knee and step back. Go through that vinyasa. Now you got your chaturangas all warmed up. Let's see it. Up dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Inhale, extend your left heel straight up and back to the sky. Pull the knee to the chest and step through. And then drop your right knee down. Inhale, feel that scissor hugging action between your inner thighs. Lift your arms up. Drop your shoulders. Option to take your left hand supporting the back of your head, then right. Lift up through your elbows, hollow out your armpits, and feel that right heel or right knee squeeze to your left heel. And you notice the nice deep hip flexor stretch on your right side. Feel your ribs pulling together. Don't let your ribs come out. One more breath through your nose, Ujjayi. And then slowly release the bind. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sweep your right hand back. Maybe you use it to grab the right foot or with a strap. Push the foot into the hand. Maybe you like a little more support. Option to bring that left arm down to your leg. And you want to feel some pressure. So you're pushing down with your right foot, pulling with your right arm, keeping your shoulders as square as possible. Hips square. Stay off that kneecap if you can. If that doesn't feel good on your knee, just avoid this posture. Stay in your lunge. Do some work there and soften something in your jaw and your fingers. I'm like, stress in my hands. One more breath. Exhale, release your bind. Bring your right hand under your shoulder, tuck under your right toes. Inhale, simple twist to the left. Squeeze that left knee in. Squeeze your left hip in. Twist from your heart, bottom eye to your top thumb. Right shoulder wraps back and down. Belly in. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down, right knee comes down. Take that left elbow to your left knee. Spin your right foot over to the left. Inhale, circle the right arm up and over as you sit deep into your left groin. Shoulders back and down. Squeeze the right knee to your left heel. And spin your heart open. Give your armpit a little sniff. See how it is in there. Is it fresh? Just have fun where you're practicing. Be somewhere you can stay. Last deep breath. Exhale, sweep your right hand down. Maybe you grab your block for a little extra support. Bring it under your right hand. And as you spin your left foot over to the right, inhale, lift up that whole left side. And stay here, activating this outer left hip. It's really great for the glute minimus, glute medius. Lift your heel, maybe a little piriformis, where you can find that quadricep stretch. Push the foot into the hand. Lengthen through the crown or gaze down if that feels better on your neck. Notice the neck. How's your jaw? One more breath. And then slowly, let's unbind. Place that left foot down. Inhale, bring your block as you come forward into your low lunge. Lift your right knee and step back, high plank. Go through your vinyasa slowly. Just you can notice if you really want any more chatter on this today. Maybe don't. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Inhale, extend your right heel to the sky. Exhale, step through between your hands. Stay high on your left heel. Inhale, come up into high lunge. And now just tuck your hips ever so slightly so you can find that deep stretch along the left front of the hip flexors and the quadriceps. And press the left heel back. Breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale. Push through your right heel. Take your heart forward, hands back. There's one. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep it back. Heart forward. Two. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, sweep. This time we hold. Heart forward. Pull your hands together. Fire up your arms and your belly. Maybe you bind your hands. Right thumb on top of left. Inhale for length. Exhale, maybe lift the hands up behind you as you ground that right heel. And just be here. Last inhale. Unbind your hands. Exhale. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hands to your floor or your blocks. Tip your hips back, long pyramid. Maybe you flex the right toes up and move your blocks and hands right under the heads of your shoulders. And now inhale, walk back into your lunge. Inhale, back to the high lunge. Just long enough to bring your hands together. Inhale, twist just your upper body. Prayer twisted lunge to the right. Keep wrapping the right hip back, keep pulling in the belly and opening the shoulders and chest. And then exhale, look forward. Wrap your left foot down, side angle. Opening your chest to the left. And maybe an option to wrap that left hand behind you, snuggling elbow up against your side body, and then maybe binding at the right thigh. You could lower the right arm down, find your level. Lengthen the back of your head. And tuck that chin slightly. One more breath. And then exhale, unbind, ground your hands on your mat and step back. Maybe moving through that vinyasa. You can skip any of these. Take a child's pose. Be where you're at. You're finding your edges. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe you become devoted to yourself today. To your self-care. One more breath. Inhale, extend your left heel straight up and back. Exhale, knee to navel as you step it through. Feet hip distance. Inhale, high lunge. Again, fingers, shoulders, hips in one line. Maybe a micro bend in your right knee. And breathe. Option to bring left hand and right hand behind your head and lift up as you press your right heel back. If you look up, it's a balance challenge. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sweep them back behind you. Weight through your left heel. Two more. Inhale it up. Exhale, it sweeps. I know it's tiring. You're doing great. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, it sweeps back. Hold. Wrap that left hip back and pull in your belly and ribs. Option to bring left thumb on top of right. Inhale for that extra lift. Exhale to fold deeper. Maybe get deeper through your left heel, through that bend in your left knee. Head and neck can soften. Exhale, release your bind. Inhale, brings you up, high lunge. Exhale, hands to your blocks or the floor, and then simply tip your left hip back. So now we're in this long pyramid again. Option to flex your left toes up. You don't have to. You can explore your groin and move your hands or blocks right underneath the heads of your shoulders. Let your head melt down. Pay attention to where you build tension in your body that you don't need. Those are our normal trigger places, aren't they? Last breath. Exhale back into your low lunge. Inhale to high lunge. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, twist over to the left. Exhaled into that prayer twisted lunge. Not lunge. Lunge. Keep wrapping your left hip back. Feeling the weight in through your left heel. Belly in. Strengthen your right leg just as strong as your left. Can you open your chest even more? Or maybe even shifting your gaze up and over to the left for a challenge. And now exhale. As you look forward, come into low lunge and spin your right foot down. Left elbow to your left knee. Inhale the right arm up. Twist your heart to the sky. And then option to bring the right hand behind your back. Snuggling elbow against side body. Find length. And just be here now. Last inhale. And then exhale, place your hands down for your vinyasa or come into downward dog. You skip that. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Inhale your right heel to the sky. Exhale, step in between your hands, hip distance apart. Wrap your left foot down 45 degrees and ground the outside of your left foot. Inhale, we're coming right into warrior one. Spin those pinkies together. Pull in the ribs, tuck the hips. Can you put your tailbone straight down? And keep wrapping that right hip over to the right, but not so much that it's straining anywhere across your lower back. And smile, you're strong. Just enjoy sinking in to that left right heel. One more breath. Exhale your robot arms down in front of your shoulders. Right arm comes under left. You can grab your shoulders or take that eagle wrap bind. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push through the right heel. Wrap the right hip back, tone the belly, and humble this eagle down. Shoulder can come kind of near your right knee. It can rest there, or it can come inside. Head and neck are soft. Keep toning through your inner thighs and lifting through the floor of your pelvis. Feel the energy pull up. Inhale, unbind, straighten your legs, reverse that triangle. So left hand down your leg and just hold as you lengthen the whole right side of your body. Take an inhale. Exhale, arms to the horizon. Now spin your right foot in, left foot line up, heels align. Open up, heels in, toes out, 5-pointed star. I'm going to face you. Exhale, hands to your lower back. Inhale, press your hips forward, lift your heart up. Soften your shoulders, maybe tuck in the chin if that feels okay. Can you engage your thighs a little bit more? And where can you soften? And then slowly exhale brings you back to center. Inhale, reach out. This time, wiggle your heels slightly wider than your toes. Hinge from the crease in your hips and come into your forward fold wide-legged variation. Option to take variation B in this Prasarita, Hanumanasana. That's grabbing the heels. So I'm going to grab my heels and I'm going to pull on those heels. Can you lift your tailbone up over your heels? Notice you're really sitting back. Find the nice edge of your feet and really spread out your toes to puff up the arches. Head and neck relax. Toning the thighs. Last inhale. Unleash your bind, halfway lift. Exhale, spin your right toes to the front of your mat. Bend your knee and step forward. So we're coming into high plank. Step that right foot back. Go through your vinyasa if you want it. If you don't want it, don't do it. Your practice. Even if you're practicing with somebody, your practice is going to look different. And that's good. That's okay. You're honoring yourself. How's your breath? Last deep inhale. Exhale, soft knees, push your heels down, lift your belly. Inhale, extend your left heel up. Exhale, knee to navel as you step through hip distance apart. Wrap your right foot down, 45 degrees. Feel that outside edge dig in. Inhale, warrior one. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Notice that feeling. It just opened your shoulders, maybe relax you a little bit. Keep wrapping the left hip over to the left as you stay in the center of your left foot. And as you sink in and find your edge, you notice a lot can happen in the stillness. A lot of changes. Last breath. Exhale your elbows in front of your shoulders, this time left under right. Eagle wrap or grab your shoulders. Inhale, pick up your elbows. Tuck your tailbone down. And then as you ground through your left heel, wrap that left hip back. And it's a humble eagle. Head and neck humble. Keep wrapping your inner thighs, working like crazy, like a duck underwater. Right leg strong. Now inhale brings you all the way up. Warrior one, and then exhale, straighten out your left leg. Take your right hand down and reverse that triangle. Inhale, spin yourself to the right. So open up your arms, five-pointed star. Adjust your feet so your heels are slightly in, your toes are slightly out. And this time, maybe you take your hands behind your head for an interlace. Slide your shoulder blades down as you lift your hips up. Micro bend your knees. And I'll face you. Pull up my pants. Inhale back through center. This time, heels come slightly out, toes slightly in. Maybe get a little wider. And as you exhale, slowly come down. You can take this Prasarita. You can take a bind, bringing a strap in, or your hands bound. You can plant your hands down here. Those of you adventuresome souls out there might widen your feet. Push most of your weight through your hands. Make a triangle with the crown of your head, your hands. Elbows squeeze in, and perhaps you lift up into a headstand. That'll give you a new perspective on the day. And you notice. Tone those inner thighs, point your feet, headstanders. More pressure in the hands, very little in the head. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. And then headstanders slowly. Take your time to come down. Bend your knees slightly. Inhale, lift halfway up. And then spin your left foot forward, coming into a low lunge, step back, Vinyasa. Exhale to your downward facing dog, deep breath in. Soft head and neck, exhale. Bend your knees and gaze forward. You can step or you can hop. I'm gonna take a little slow walk today. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Feet hip distance, center of your feet. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And then exhale, let's tip it to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, tip it to the left, using the support this time. Inhale through the center. Exhale into your forward fold. Now you're going to locate that strap. It might become handy. And even not, this is kind of a nice tool. Go ahead and stand back up once you have your strap. So we're coming into Padahastasana. That's Pada to your Hasta. So your Padas are your feet and your Hastas are your hands in Sanskrit. So go ahead and step your left foot on top of the strap. And I'm going to cross the strap just to have that there. And then once you find your steady gaze, go ahead and pick up your left foot, grab your strap with that bent left knee on the inside of the left foot. Squeeze the foot in, and on your exhale, as your hips level, so level your hips at the ground, ground the right foot, and now extend the left foot out in front of you. Maybe you don't need the strap. Maybe it feels nice to really push your heel out into it. Wrap your shoulders back. One more breath. And then bend your left knee. Release the strap. Step the left foot back about 3 feet. Widen out the right foot. Inhale, hands to your hips. Strap releases. Exhale into pyramid posture. Another great one for the hamstrings. Option to bring your hands down to your blocks, or you could take fists together on your back if you want a little bind. Keep wrapping your right hip back and unlock your right knee. Head and neck are soft. Notice if your chin's jutting out. Release the head down. Soften into the right knee. Release any binds. Inhale, step forward with the left foot. Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, tip it to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, tip it to the left. Inhale back through center. Hinge from the crease of your hips, center of your feet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your strap. Exhale as you forward fold. Grab your strap, come all the way up. Shoulders back and down. This time placing the center of your strap just around the big toe balls, ball mounds. Big toe ball mound of your right foot. Once you find those 3 corners of your left foot, go ahead and bend the knee. Bring the strap inside your right leg, and then maybe you don't even need the strap, but maybe it helps you really push and keep your foot flexed. Find that left hand for balance, center of the left foot. Padahastasana, you're going to extend the leg, press through your right heel, and wrap your right hip down. Maybe you lift it up even higher. Keep smiling and breathing. Steady gaze, steady drishti. 2 more breaths. Squeeze your inner thighs. And then slowly start to bend the right knee. And step the right foot all the way back with that beautiful balance. Nice job. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, hinge from your left hip. Hands can come behind you again, fists together. Or if you can do a reverse namaste, my shoulders aren't quite that open. So I kind of like fists together. The other nice thing to do is just to use your hands, push back from your hands, wrapping your left hip back. That's pretty powerful for your hamstring stretch. Pay attention to your breath, to the energy and where it's flowing right now. Soften your left knee. Inhale, slowly start to come up. Arms come up, weight in your left foot. Step forward, hands to your heart. Close your eyes, Samastiti. It's a term of art in Ashtanga yoga, and I'm not an Ashtangi, but I like this term. It means like call back to attention, back to your practice, back to your breath if you've lost your attention, your concentration, back to your devotion, maybe for yourself today. And then inhale, we sweep. Last vinyasa if you want it. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or jump if you're feeling energetic. Chaturanga or skip it. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Option for that open mouth, deep sigh. Heels release. Inhale, extend your right heel to the sky. And now we take the right knee behind your right wrist. Foot falls comfortably left. And we're going to use a block here so we can play around with some different stuff. So if I want you to notice your right sitting bone. If it's not grounded on something, I'd like you to take a pillow or a block. It doesn't matter if it is. Left foot straight behind your left hip, spinning your left inner thigh up. We're going to stay up for this. This is kind of active. We're reaching our peak. And you've got, as you're sitting in, you've got some stability. Feeling your right sitting bone pushing down. Maybe you just stay here, close your eyes, think about the front of your spine being nice and strong. Or you could start to perhaps bend into your left knee, reaching back for your left foot. So that's kind of where you want the stability. If you want to get into a mermaid and then you snuggle, maybe you just grab the ankle to the foot and then re-square the hip. My hips got kind of cattywampus, so I'm going to readjust. Push the top of the left foot into the hand if you're in your mermaid and find that long spine. So this is, again, trying to open up that whole line, long line in the front of your hip flexor and your quadriceps on the left side. So we're prepped for our Hanumanasana, for our leap to Sri Lanka, to save the princess out of our great devotion. And then let's slowly, if you're bound, go ahead and release that bind. Stay on your left knee, ground your hands, and let's circle out the right hip. We'll just circle it out. If you'd like to be in your downward dog for this circling, you're more than welcome. It's a nice option as well. And then ground your knees, lift your hips and tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. Inhale, lift the left heel to the sky, and then place your left knee behind the wrist. Let your foot fall comfortably to the right. Don't worry if it doesn't get parallel with the top of your mat. And then as you walk that right leg back, you want your left hip to ground on something. I mean, not your hip, your sitting bone on the left side. So you can ground it down, and now find that length. Maybe start to bend the right knee this time. And every side's going to be wildly different, right? So just be nice to yourself. We do a lot of different things with the different sides of our bodies. And that's okay. Maybe one side's going to be really open. Maybe one's not. A lot of acceptance there, huh? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you'd like to recline in your pigeon, do that. Lie down. Enjoy your practice. If you do have hold of your mermaid and you'd like to get that little bind, you can always bring that left hand up, connecting your fingers, This is maybe a Chloe move. You see what I'm doing, Chloe? Fingers connected. If you want something more, you have that stability, yeah. Nice job. Pat's doing it. Nice job, Pat. Like a pretzel. One more breath. And then release any binds, release your foot. Come to your hands and knees and open up that left hip. So if that looks like for you, right knee down, otherwise downward dog to open and circle out your left hip. And now come to your hands and knees. Option, make sure you have your blocks next to you. Step your right foot forward into that low lunge. And I'm going to recommend that you bring your strap or have something in front of you that's slippery. So if you've got like a towel you could set your heel on, it is going to help you kind of get that heel out if you're going to go for some part of your Hanumanasana. So I've got a carpet I think is going to work to help me slide the right heel. And we're not going to just slide it out and dump it out. We're going to be pulling it back in. So from your low lunge, tip your hips back. Flex your toes, push through your blocks, and maybe you start to walk the right heel forward. I'm going to walk mine off the top of my mat. So this is why it was good that maybe you guys could see my feet. So I've got my heel just off my mat, and I've got my hands on my blocks. I'm going to start at the highest level. Then I'm going to start wiggling the right foot out until I feel some resistance. And I want my hips square up and down. I'm with the front of my mat. Foot flexed, unlock your right knee. And as you sit down and into this Hanumanasana, you might notice all that prep we did. You got your hands for support. See if you can lengthen your heart up. And then notice, it may not be your hamstring on your right side holding you back. So notice the hip flexor on the left. You'd like to lean and take one of your blocks under your thigh. I really like that as a prop. So I took one of my blocks and I put it right underneath my thigh. And then you can just tip yourself up. Close your eyes and try to soften and breathe for 3 or 4 more breaths. Notice where you build tension, where you don't need it. It's not about mastering the postures, is it? Is this practice about freedom or is it about getting it right? So I suggest to you, there's always somewhere we can go to deepen these postures. So maybe it's about freedom, being where you're at. And now slowly push into your blocks, start to slide or lift that right heel back, and take it behind you. Let's just come right into the other side, left foot forward. And then I promise you, we're gonna open up those hip flexors. Find your lunge. Prep your heel to walk forward. I'm gonna get mine right to the edge of the mat. And then exhale, as you sit your hips back, you'll push through your blocks, moving that heel off your mat. Now re-square the hips side to side, up and down with the front of your mat. And as you slide that left foot forward, now draw back in. So you're feeling muscular engagement as you're pulling back. So I'm pulling my left heel back towards my groin once I found my end range. Option to place a block underneath that left thigh for a little bit of support. And you want the back right leg, toes, top of your foot evenly placed on the mat. So maybe all 10 top of your toes on the mat. So notice if you kind of roll to the inside of your right groin, you can wrap that right hip forward, right inner thigh up. You're just breathing. Full Hanumanasana. Does it feel like a posture of devotion? It takes some devotion to get into this posture, doesn't it? For me, it does anyway. One more breath. Slowly push down into your blocks. Move those blocks so you have them handy. And then bring the leg back right away. Come down to your seat, bringing your blocks with you. Sweep your feet around in front of you and lie all the way down on your back, making sure you have a block with you. Seat in the middle of your mat. Come on down. As you push your heels down, reach for one of your blocks and place it at the lowest level, right underneath the sacrum, right underneath the lower back. So just above the squishy part of the tushy. And then lengthen your legs all the way out long. Place your heels at the width of your mat and open up your arms like a big X. Just breathe. Slow your breath down, Ujjayi. Be right here in this moment. Just you and your energy body. Does it feel like joy? Just you right now. Nothing in the mind. Now take a deep inhale. If you'd like to stay on your block and it's at the lowest level, you're welcome to do so. We're going to take that banana posture with a little bit of extension in the spine. So inhale, pick up your right foot, cross it over the left. If that feels okay, it could feel too extreme. If it does, remove that block. If it feels like an extra nice stretch for your outer right hip flexor or your IT band, great. Slide your right hand over towards the left, coming into that banana shape. So you're grounding your right hip down, pulling your feet to the left, hands to the left. Soften your head and face. Breathe. Lengthen. And then unwind, coming back to your big X. Inhale, take the left foot over the right. And then slide the left hand over to the right hand, Vinyasa. Get as long as you can, left side. One more breath. And then exhale, unbind yourself. Nice wide X. Walk your feet in so your knees are bent. Push to the heels and remove the block. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Open up those heels, happy baby. Notice how open the inner thighs are, the groin. Feel free to take that Supta Upavishta variation of straight legs. Enjoy it. Yeah, just rock from side to side, shoulders down out of your ears. And now bend your knees, pull them together. Extend your left leg long. Open up your right arm out from your shoulder and push down through that extended left heel. Supine twist over to the left, gaze to the right. Option to take your left hand and push down on your right hip, making sure that we're twisting from length in the spine. Deep breaths wherever you feel this. Deep inhale, tone that belly and come back through center, realigning the spine down the middle of your mat. Pull your knees in. And this time, extend your right leg long. Pull the left knee in. Open up the left arm. Open up the left palm. And as you lengthen that right leg, push through the heel. Kind of tuck the right hip under you. Supine twist to the right. Gaze to the left. Option to take the right hand into the crease of your left hip and just push it down and away from you, finding space. And breathe. How's your jaw? How's that mask of your face? Is it Nice and rigid. Can you soften it? Open and close your jaw. Move some saliva around inside your mouth and then swallow that down, releasing Ujjayi breath. Come back through center. Lengthen your arms and your legs. Like where this is going. Give yourself a few minutes of rest. If you'd like to just reach over and turn your music off. And just rest in silence today. Please stay here as long as you'd like. Enjoying being present with yourself, that true self, state of the witness. Witnessing this very short, very beautiful burst of life force energy that we get to experience right now. And of all of millennia and all the time, this is your time. What do you want to devote yourself to? You're going to wiggle and stretch yourself back, awake, and roll to your favorite side. When you're ready, and come up into a seat. What do you want to do with this life? And can you just choose to be happy? And then, of course, like I said in the email, the practice is when the shit hits the fan, sorry, Chloe, when things go bad, that's the practice, right? What we do when things aren't ideal. Can we still choose happiness? Seal your hands to your heart in an act of love and devotion to yourself, taking care of yourself. This is a lovely way to take care of your nervous system, your body. And I hope you feel good. Thanks for coming and practicing with me. I really appreciate it. So nice to have some littles in here with me. Really appreciate you guys coming. Namaste. I'm going to unmute you guys to thank you again.